Our Honorable State President of IMA KSB, Dr. Joseph Benevan, to please deliver the keynote address. Dr. Joseph Benevan, a distinguished figure hailing from Taliparamba, holds a pivotal role within his community, serving as Executive Trustee of the esteemed Youth Education Academy. Dr. Joseph epitomizes dedication to educational advancement. He played a significant role as a president in IMA branch Taliparamba. Over to you, sir.
Dr. Shia, the CEO of Tertius, Dr. Samuel Koshi, Dr. Aslam, Dr. Nusrat, and all the others. I mean, today I would say this is a very momentous occasion because I remember having met Shia at NIT a couple of months back. So after I gave my address during the tea break, he came up to me and then he was explaining what he was doing. So at one look after I heard him, I thought, this is a guy who is going to bring us all pride at some point or the other. A visionary, and visionaries are always cracks. And they always think of the unimaginable. What is unimaginable to the layman is what a visionary always thinks about. See, because what is important is, and he always takes pride in the fact that he is an aspiring innovator and an entrepreneur. He has a long way to go. His journey is just bigger. 5 years is too short a period. And so then Dr. Shia was asking me, sir, can you come here? And I told him, whenever, wherever you ask me, I will come. I said, that's my word to you. Because why? You must be wondering why. I'm not doing Shia a service. Let me tell you that. Because at least 20 years from now, I can take pride in the fact that I walked this path at some point or the other, and what Tertius is to all of us. And now, honestly speaking, while I was walking up this, he was very apologetic, very humble. He was saying, this is a small setup. But I honestly, I'm telling you, what I did was, I was envisioning 20 years from now, walking into, what do I say, a plant, a manufacturing unit, plus an administrative block, with more than 1 lakh square feet of area, with machines churning, with drugs being produced. You have research going on one side. So I'm sure that's going to happen. There's no doubt. I'm not a prophet, but when you see people, when you see the passion, when you see the commitment, you see the dedication, it's all written on the face of the people who are behind this move. There's no doubt about it at all. And he was just mentioning to me, all of us know the Infosys story, how Mr. Narayana Murthy started the company, right? He had to borrow 10,000 rupees from his wife, Mrs. Sudha Murthy. And I don't know how much he got selling the anklets of Nusrat. I don't know how much Shia got at that time, selling the anklets of 2 lakhs. So probably if Infosys is worth 30,000 crores today, it just multiplied. 1,000 has become 10,000 has become 30,000 crores. So just imagine where 2 lakhs is going to be. So let's all wish Shia and the entire team that they need to reach there. Because when they do that, see, it's for all of us to learn. It's an inspiration story for a doctor who had a passion in himself to do research. And obviously we all know that the opportunities for research in our state or in our country is very limited. It's very limited. So he passes out of college, he gets into palliative care, but still the passion burning in him, and he accumulates enough money, and then he slowly treads the path that he has envisioned or he is dreamed. Because Abdul Kalam has always told us, we got to dream. And dreams will surely come true, there's no doubt about it. Any of you seated here, if you have not dreamt so far, make a dream now. It's gonna happen before long. What we don't do is, see, it's not just about dreaming alone. Because when I was in school, we I think it's in our class 2 English text, we learned the story of Gauri the dreamer. Gauri was a village girl, so what she does is every morning she carries milk to the village market to sell. So she carries the milk to the market every day, and then he comes back home after selling the milk with the money back. So what Gauri does is every time she walks, she keeps dreaming. Every day I go to the market, I sell pots of milk, I'll make lots of money, and then I'll become a rich person, I'll marry a rich man. And finally what she does is every day she finally ends up breaking the pot of milk. So, but that's daydreaming. But dreaming to reality, we have to be dream chasers. We have to be dream chasers, and that's what I see in Shia, very committed, and the entire team, because I've been able to interact with quite a few of them. So there's no doubt about the fact that today, if we are seated here, tomorrow we can all say, when this company was initiated, when these activities were happening, we were all a part of it. So that's why I said this is a historic, momentous occasion, and we should all be proud of the fact, and we should all be happy about the fact that we are also a part of their growth journey in terms of our missions and our presence here. Now coming to TRICE. This, let me tell you, this is something. This is what is going to bring in rich dividends, not in terms of the financial aspect, because Tertius Research Innovation Entrepreneurship Summit. It's a small beginning. See, I've been to the huddle last year, which was organized by the Kerala Startup Mission, and they had more than 3,000 participants, speakers from across the globe. But I would say this is much more priceless than the huddle that was done by the Kerala Startup Mission, for the simple reason. What is the reason behind it? The Kerala Startup Mission is a government-funded agency, and their objective also is to promote companies, promote startups, to handhold mentoring, but then that's mostly done for the privileged people. What TRICE is trying to do and what Shia is trying to do with this initiative is to handhold and lead and mentor, if possible, startups that are struggling, that are nowhere, that doesn't make the mark. So that's the essence, that's the goodness behind TRICE. So it's my great privilege, and I'm so happy that he invited me. I don't know how he found me worthy of it, but still, nevertheless, this is a great initiative. And let me tell you one thing I strongly believe all the time is, see, when he said 20%, which entrepreneur in his early starting stage, when you prepare the document of your entrepreneurship journey, is going to set aside 20% of your, is it turnover or profits? Revenue. It's 20% of your revenue for charity. Which entrepreneur is going to do that? What we will think of is, okay, 20%, it's a huge amount as companies grow. If we have, if we have a Skoda today, tomorrow we'll buy a Merc, and then we move on into a Porsche, and then we move up the ladder. So that's what most entrepreneurs, they would want to flaunt their wealth, they would want to flaunt their success. But many of the activities that are being undertaken here, it's being done under wraps. It's only for the promoters, it's only for the public. Only what's seen outside is the outcome of their hard work, the outcome of their sweat. And there's no doubt about the fact this is going to be a great initiative. And coming to TRICE again, I would like to say, when we say charity, see, what I believe in is, to whom are we doing charity? We are handholding people we have no idea about. We are handholding people we really are not related to, because if you're doing to someone you're related to, it's not charity at all. But you're doing things to people to support them with a good intention. So then what happens is, you are doing it for the Almighty. And I come from the Christian background. What is said in the Bible is, when you do one for the Almighty, He will do 100 times for you. I hope it's the same in the Quran, because there's a lot of similarity between the Bible and the Quran. So if you spend, so you have actually made a right decision. I don't know if you wanted to, take Almighty for a ride and say, okay, Almighty, I'm going to give you all this, now give me all that back. So whatever it's, I'm sure you're going to reap in rich, bountiful. There's no doubt about that. So dear friends, let's all be happy about this, because, and even more what's noteworthy is, till date, to my understanding, in Kerala, nobody has ever tried to promote innovation and entrepreneurship at a personal level. From the little they have, it's not that Asim Premji sets aside almost 20% which runs into 1,000 crores. We've heard of Warren Buffett who sets aside a huge portion of his money into 5,000 crores, 7,000 crores for charity. They do all this after they have achieved the particular success they want and they have amassed so much of wealth. So at this stage, in the initial stages itself, when you are really struggling, you set aside an amount to promote entrepreneurship, to promote innovation that has to be glorified. Because nobody has ever done. It's usually left to the government to identify and support entrepreneurs and startups. See, that's what's happening. And when a private promoter or a private enterprise is coming forward, a private enterprise that has not really stabilized its footholds, but then that's something we all need to, there's a lot of lessons that we need to learn from here. There are a lot of lessons that we need to learn from here, and there are a lot of lessons that we need to take and emulate it. If we want to be good citizens, you're doing it for the community, you're doing it for the society, you're doing it for the individuals. And when you are so philanthropic in your activities, especially when obviously businesses need to make money, businesses need to be profitable. But at the same time, when your concerns are more focused on the business as well as on the community, the society, and trying to provide a supporting hand to everyone, you are going to make waves, there's no doubt about it. So Shia, thank you for inviting me here. And I'm sure this is going to be a great opportunity. It's going to be a great moment. Maybe 30 years from now, when I'm an old man, still if I can't move, please invite me to your premises. To the swanky, like I said, more than 1 lakh square feet. I would be privileged and I would be happy to be there. Probably I may not be able to make a speech at that point in time, but if at all. We've got Nadeem also with the ambulance. If I need to come in the ambulance, I can come in the ambulance. So that's where we should go. This is going to happen. This is going to be true. All that I've said about Tertius and Trials is going to be true about it. There's no doubt about it. You keep watching them now. You all need to keep watching them. And Shia was talking to me about IPOs and talking about inviting more investments. If you get an opportunity to invest, make use of it, because he will make money for you. That's what Nusrat is doing. And Nusrat, what Nusrat? Because I was asking Shia the other day, what's the role of each person? So what Shia told me was the responsibility of Nusrat is to make sure that every investor, now it's in small amounts, every investor who has invested in this company need to get at least 150%. Where can you get so much of returns? So keep watching this company. It's going to make it big. It's going to make Thirur proud. There is no doubt about it. And it's going to make all of us proud. And I'm sure the Indian Medical Association also will be proud, because probably we will have the first IMA unicorn. When I say unicorn, it's a 7,000 crore company, the first billion company. I'm sure this is going to be the first IMA unicorn company. And let's all be proud of it, that our team of young doctors decided and ventured and took on the challenge to think different, to act different, and finally, obviously, when you think different and when you act different, the results are going to be different as well. So may God bless you all. Thank you so much and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Joseph.